Hey, it's Car Therapy with me, Kelly. I am so glad that you guys are tuning in. I have not been on here in a few weeks because I've been taking a break from social media. And about a month ago, I went on a reset weekend to the beach, my favorite place on earth. And it was so amazing. It's where I spend intentional time just leaning in to listen and hear from God. And that's what happened. But I was thinking about the reset weekend right now as I hopped in the car, as I walked out my front door, because the weather here in North Carolina is beach-worthy weather, y'all. It is a beautiful morning this morning, and it's going to be over 80 degrees. So warm. I love it. So it's got me reflecting on the beach. And during that reset weekend, it was a rainy weekend for the most part. There was some sun sprinkled in, but I walked out on the beach on Saturday. And there was this fog that had fell over the shore, fell over the ocean. Like you couldn't even see where the ocean and the sky were separated. It was beautiful and eerie at the same time. I really loved it so much. And things like that remind me so much of God, because at that time, there was a lot of things that I wasn't very clear on. There were a lot of foggy areas in my life. Can I get an amen? And I bet that's you today too. I bet you have some fogginess that's clouding up your steps and your thoughts, and you just aren't sure what to do and where to turn and where to go, how to proceed. And I get it. It can be scary. But this is a beautiful state to be in, fog. Because the reality is that when the sun comes on the set, come on, that fog has to dissipate, y'all. It has to go. And I believe the same is true in our lives. When we let Jesus come in and let him have access to those foggy areas of our life, the sun lifts that cloud. It really does. And so that's kind of what I wanted to share with you today, is that Proverbs 3:5-6 tells us to trust in the Lord with all our heart, to lean not on us, not on our understanding, but on him. And he will make our paths so straight. And that is true. And I know that when people say just trust in God, it can sound so Christian cliche, right? And I get it, because for people that have control issues like me, trusting is difficult. But how is trust developed? Well, through proven history, through facts of how they have been trustworthy in our lives. So I want to ask the question, how has God been trustworthy to you? I know he has. I know he's proven his faithfulness, because he has to me over and over again. And so when I am lacking trusting in God, what I do, friends, is I start to recollect on, okay, Lord, where have I seen evidence of you coming through, making a way when there wasn't a way? And time and time and time again, he has proven himself to be trustworthy. And that, my friends, is how I little by little open my clenched fisted hands and release all of my life over to God, giving him access so he can lift that fog, so he can make my path straight. And so today I want to encourage you that if you aren't trusting God right now for the fogginess that you might have in your life, that you would do that. You would open your hands and you would remember how faithful he's been and see his track record is good, is true, and he is trustworthy, and that you would give it over to God, because he wants nothing more than to come on the set of that fog and lift it away.